Hello and welcome to the Voices of Victory podcast show. I am your host, Mario D. Leone, and today's topic is the default mode network, which is the part of our brain responsible for overthinking. We are going to unravel the mind's background noise and hopefully unfuck your skull. Okay, let's go ahead and break it down right here, right now. The DMN default mode network is responsible and connection to overthinking. So, welcome back to the show if you've never been here before, because this is where we don't just talk about growth, we actually dive into the invisible mechanisms that are actually shaping your growth. And you know what? DMN is where it's all at. So you want to pay attention, pull up a chair, grab that coffee, make sure you're not driving or operating machinery. We are going to pull the curtain on something that's running silently in the background of your brain. And you know what that is? It's something that you might be fueling every single day. And it's something that is directing your creativity or sabotaging your peace. It's called the default mode network. Yes, it's part of the brain. It has to do with logic and emotional processing. So let's break down the DMN, because once you understand what it is, you'll look at your thoughts differently. You'll never look at your thoughts the same way ever again. And that's what this is all about. So what is the DMN? What is the default mode network? First off, a network of brain regions that activates when you're not focused on the outside world. Like when you're daydreaming or you're laying down in your bed, just completely daydreaming, reflecting on yourself, or mentally rehearsing what your friends might actually say to you, or social situations for that matter. It's your brain's autopilot, period. It's working when you're at rest. And you know what? You know that moment when you're in the shower and suddenly remember something embarrassing from 2009? Yeah, that's your DMN. That's your default mode network. But here's the big fat kicker. Your DMN isn't just harmless mental fluff. It's deeply linked to your self-referential thinking. What does that mean? Well, it connects to memory recall, imagination, and guess what? Overthinking. Overthinking. So what's natural versus not natural for the DMN? And understand none of this is considered medical advice. But let's break this down. And I'm going to say that just for disclaimer reasons and get it the hell out of the way, because there's no holds barred when I'm talking about the DMN. What's natural for the DMN? Creative daydreaming is okay. Totally fine. Internal problem solving is okay. Totally fine. Recalling memories is okay, totally fine, as long as it's not traumatic experiences. Imagining future possibilities, totally fine. Processing your emotional experiences, totally fine, not a problem. This is where the DMN is actually helping you. It creates cohesion in your identity. It gives your life continuity. Let's talk about the unnatural shit that will usually create a dysfunctional DMN in the brain. So looping worries, rumination, like a cow chewing on grass, you're chewing on a thought for 3 weeks. Rumination, not good for DMN. Treating everything like an overnight catastrophe, that there's always a catastrophe coming. Catastrophizing, if you will. Mental time travel into the future with no resolution. Trying to think of a problem 50 steps ahead without any concept of what step is next. Creating false narratives and over-identifying with your fears. So let's talk about this a little bit slower. When this network goes into overdrive, that's where overthinking actually lives. So let's talk about how the DMN feeds overthinking. Research shows that the overactivity of the default mode network is strongly correlated with anxiety, depression, PTSD, insomnia. All of the above. When the DMN is unchecked, the mind drifts into narrative loops. And instead of using your imagination as a strong tool, it becomes a pitfall and a trap. So you begin thinking about thinking about thinking, worrying about worrying about worrying about what you said last week or last month. or projecting your future failures constantly. The DMN makes you the center of a story and narrative that you somehow feel you can't escape. But there is good news. I'm going to talk about the natural thing, the natural ways to balance the DMN. Let's talk about it. And you're going to take it or leave it. You either listen to what I have to say, or there's another channel right nearby. Not a problem. I have no issue. Let's talk about a few natural strategies and natural herbs. And again, disclaimer. Make sure you understand none of this is medical advice. Do the research yourself. But these are the herbs that will support your lifestyle and support your DMN. And let's talk about the lifestyle interventions first. The first one is mindfulness. No brainer there. There's no brainer there. Meditation. No brainer. You can't get into meditation. Start doing breath work first. You'll get into it. And you know what? Those things have reportedly shown to reduce the DMN overactivity. If you can't get the meditation, get the breath work first. Focused attention training like breath work will improve your vital focus. The science is in. Movement-based practices, yoga, qigong, tai chi, any type of movement-based sequential form of art will be great. Creative flow, art, painting, music, where you lose yourself in the task, but in a good way through a creative outlet. Cold water exposure. Yes, you heard me. It's no wonder why people are doing ice baths like crazy, because it disrupts the DMN loops. It forces you to learn to be present, even though you're freezing your ass off. Let's talk about herbs and natural support. Lion's mane mushroom, shown to support neuroplasticity and, of course, cognition. Again, talk to your doctor, make sure it's not contraindicated. Ashwagandha reduces cortisol, eases mental agitation. Talk to your doctor, make sure it's not contraindicated. Rhodiola rosea, an adaptogen that can literally help with stress-induced mental fatigue. Again, speak to your doctor, make sure it's not contraindicated. L-theanine from green tea. It promotes calm, alertness. It counters the overstimulation. Very helpful. Gotu kola, Gotukola, traditionally used for calming the nervous system and enhancing mental clarity. Legal disclaimer again, just so you understand where I'm coming from. This episode is for educational, informational purposes. It's not medical advice. Always, always, always consult with your physician or a qualified healthcare practitioner before starting any new supplement. I expect all of you to go and do the research yourself based on what I'm saying. Because chronic overthinking, anxiety, and these mental health challenges, they're all a big part of the DMN, the default mode network. And you know what? Eye movement integration. And if you don't know what that is, I got an entire playlist on it. Feel free to check it out. Let's talk about the power that you actually have. The power that you have is in your shift. Here's what's true. You can't delete your default mode network in your brain, okay? It's that literal bridge between the emotions and your thought process. And the reason why people get stuck in overthinking mode is the bridge between your thought processes, your negative thought loops, and your emotions needs work. That's the reason why people are overthinking. Granted, there's other conditions. Granted, there's other reasons why. Granted, there's hormonal. Granted, there's other mental health issues. I get it. But if you're a person that is experiencing just basic everyday overthinking and you're a chronic overthinker, it's your DMN that needs work. And if there's no other outside condition, it's your DMN. It's part of your mind's operating system. You can train it, you can shape it, and you can most of all redirect. So when you learn to interrupt your DMN's unconscious patterns and guide it into useful introspection, useful contemplation. Contemplation is taking something from the thought level, bringing it down to your feelings, and asking yourself how you feel, not how you think. The thoughts will stop chasing you. Instead, they will serve you. Instead of being a slave to your mind should be a slave to you. There's a big difference. Victory isn't avoiding the mind. It's learning how to manage it. It's learning how to manage your mind, manage the way you think. If you're doom scrolling at 2 a.m., you are damaging your DMN. In this episode, hopefully it sparked something inside you. Share it with somebody you know who's suffering from overthinking, because your DMN needs to calm. The mind needs to calm. You need to regulate your focus and show up in your life with some clarity. And you know what? Subscribe to my channel, because I'm not going to hide things or sugarcoat things. I'm going to call it exactly how I see it. This is the Voices of Victory. We are rewired, dealing with the story that's playing in the background of your head. Until next time, keep leading with insight, keep working on yourself, working on your mind, and keep showing up with courage is what is important. Learn to silence that extra noise that's going off into your mind that's not serving your soul and serving your emotion. Have a great day. See you on the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And again, disclaimer, everything I said, check with your doctor or physician, make sure it's not contraindicated.